This is the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and these are all the cases from Caseology. Let's take a look. So we have the Athlex, the Capella, the Parallax, and the Nano Pop. Two of these cases, the Parallax and the Capella, both have a kickstand version, but we're not going to look at that today. We're just going to look at the plain case, and while we're looking at each of those cases, I'll throw a picture up of what it looks like with the kickstand on the screen. All right, let's get started. First up, let's look at the Nano Pop case. So while I'm opening this, I'll mention that in the description, there's links on Amazon Canada and US for each of these cases. It doesn't cost you anything extra, earns me a little bit of commission, and yeah, just help support the channel. So just letting you know. All right. So the Nano Pop comes with a nice little cleaning pack and cleaning cloth. That's cool. Seems like something that's more with the screen protector, but that's nice that they provide it for you. Cleaning wipes for device, case, and glass. Let's see if all of the cases come with that. That would be kind of a nice little bonus from Caseology. All right, so taking a look at the case, this is kind of a rubbery texture inside here, which is kind of interesting. Case is kind of flexible, and all of these cases have kind of a little air pocket in the corner just to help with drop protection. On the back, there is this kind of two-tone ring, and on each of the different Nano Pop cases, this color of ring and case just vary. So, you know, pick what you like. Buttons on the side are an open design, so that means that they're just gonna have a good click ability. And there's a little spot for a lanyard there on the side. All right, let's put the phone in the case. So that's a good snug feel. There's a good cutout up here for the receiver, which I'm gonna assume is gonna be similar with all of the other Caseology cases. There is good raised edges for screen protection. And what I like about this case is that the camera bump kind of slopes up, which is kind of similar to, I believe, how the Google case does it. I'll take a look at that official Google case in a different review. So subscribe and you'll see that. We'll take a listen to the buttons. And that's really just how the Pixel 9 buttons sound. They sound great. Along the bottom here, there's a good cutout for charging port, speaker, and microphone. And a little hole on the top here for the microphone. One thing that's nice about the case here on each side, on the bottom half, is this little textured piece, which adds a surprising amount of grip when you're holding it. So definitely an impressive little feature of the case from Caseology there. The back of the case is a good texture. It's not super grippy, but it's also not really hard and cheap feeling. And it also kind of has a squishy feeling because of how that inside piece was, kind of foamy. All in all, a solid case. Now let's take a look at another one. Next up is the Parallax. And the Parallax comes in two different versions. The first one being without a kickstand, and then the one that I'll show on the screen with the kickstand. Let's take a look. So it does seem like Caseology is doing this with all their cases, providing a little cleaning cloth alcohol wipe combo. All right, so the inside of this case is pretty interesting. There's almost like indented little dots here, or slots along the bottom, and kind of an interesting rubbery design. Similar flexibility to the other case, and an interesting lined texture here on the side, which I think will kind of help with grip. But we'll put the phone in there in a second and we'll find out. The back has a pretty unique look, and in different light gives off a different kind of an appearance, which is pretty cool. It has this band along the bottom. This is where the kickstand would be on the other case. And then the bottom here is minor texture, and a matching minor texture here on the top. All right, let's put the phone in the case. All right, good snug feel. Camera bump's not a sloped design like the Nano Pop, but it does offer good protection for that massive camera bump. I will say this pattern on the side is not my favorite. It does give some grip to the phone, but for me, it just doesn't feel the most comfortable in the hand. The buttons are open, so are gonna sound like the Pixel buttons. And like the last case, are similar cutouts, given that it's the same company. So bottom speaker, charging port, bottom microphone, and then a little hole in the top for the microphone up there. Also similar lip protection to the Nano Pop case. All right, that's the Parallax. Now let's check out the next case, which is gonna be the Athlex. So like I mentioned, this is the Athlex case from Caseology. Here are the same cleaning cloth and alcohol wipe that we've been getting on all the cases. So inside of this Athlex case, we do have this foamy kind of protective ring. We have a unique little pattern here, and like all these cases, there are little air pockets in each corner to help with drop protection. The side is pretty interesting. It has those grippy dots similar to the first case we looked at, but with kind of a double bump. Similar flexibility to the other cases. And on the side is actually this small dotted grip pattern from the first case we looked at. Let's put the phone in the case and see how it looks. All the cases have a very similar snug fit. I would have zero concern about the case coming off the phone. On the back, this design kind of reminds me of like a duvet or maybe like a ribbed down-filled vest, which I don't mind. Camera protection is similar to the Parallax and is just a bump, not a slope like the Nano Pop. Buttons are an open design, so again, clicky. And you have similar cutouts to all of the cases. Top microphone, bottom microphone, charging port, and bottom speaker. There's a little Caseology logo down here in the corner, which was similar on all the other cases, and a tiny little Caseology logo at the back bottom of each of these cases. The sides of this case have a pretty unique design, and it does offer a lot of grip. This one does feel a little bit more comfortable in the hand compared to the Parallax with that lined design. All right, last but not least, we have the Capella, which is Caseology's clear offering. Now, the Capella is one of the other cases that comes with a kickstand version. I'll show it on the screen here now so you can see what it looks like. It's interesting that the clear case doesn't come with the alcohol wipes or the little cleaning cloth. All right, so you have a little cover here on each side of the case, which you're meant to peel right before you're putting the phone on. So let's go give that a go. Got my trusty orange cloth here. Give the phone a little wipe down. Make sure all those sides are nice and shiny. Look at that. What a nice phone. All right, let's peel that first inside layer. I like to peel it down just to prevent dust from going up into it. This one does feel much tighter than the other cases. All right, let's go ahead and peel that back layer off. All right, so this might be my favorite of all the Caseology cases, and that's purely because I would want to show off the really nice color and design of the phone that I've just bought. It's kind of a shame to cover it up with a case. If you look at the case from the bottom or from the side, you'll get an idea of the thickness of the case and what it kind of adds to the phone. On each of the sides here, there is that little dotted pattern, which helps with grip. You do get a little Caseology logo in the bottom corner here. And the cutouts are excellent, similar to all the other Caseology cases. Good bottom speaker, charging port, and bottom mic, and top mic cutouts. The buttons will be an open design, so you get that good click. And on the other side, you have this cool little detail, just naming the case and giving a model number. And you also have a spot for a lanyard, which is similar to all these cases. This case to me feels really good in the hand. Has excellent grip, especially for a clear case, which tend to get a little bit oily and slippery. Though only time would really tell on how this case would age. The camera bump is kind of barely there. I find that with the thickness of this case, it's kind of swallowing up the camera bump, which makes the phone back a little more of an even feel. For lip protection, I would say that it's a little lower on this clear case compared to all the other Caseology cases. Keep in mind I have a screen protector on here from Caseology, and all of these cases are still giving protection with a screen protector on there, which is good. All right, I hope you enjoyed seeing all the different cases from Caseology. There's links in the description if you'd like to purchase any of these. And if you're interested in seeing the Spigen lineup of cases and the official Google case and maybe an interesting camera comparison, then you're gonna wanna subscribe so you don't miss any of that content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again.